we good on that? I think so.
Yes, we are good.
Get to this. And
oh, it looks so pretty and colorful.
And how do I make this good, please?
I don't know if you, there you go, hit that orange button.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're trying to figure out how to get everything on
Technology,
the
it's great.
We love it. We love it.
And I might stop like a couple just to check if there's any issues.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to the Fall Sports Market webinar by Unisub. My name is Sarah Nicholson and I am the Communication and Digital Engagement Specialist here at Universal Woods.
And hello, my name is Peggy Waters and I'm one of the brand managers here at Universal Woods. And today we're going to be hosting a webinar about the fall sports. We will answer questions at the end. We actually brought one of our colleagues here, Josh Lavender, so that Josh can help us with questions that you guys may have at the end. And so if you could just save them for that time, that would be great, and we'll go back over them.
And if you're having any, real quick, if you're having any audio issues, we find that calling in works a little bit better than going through your computer's audio. So if you're having any issues with that, just switch over to the phone.
All right, so today in this webinar, we're going to be going through why to market to fall sports. So why is it a big deal to go after this market? We're also going to be talking about the top 8 hard surface sublimation, that's a mouthful, right, products for the fall sports market. So we have several different things you can do with sublimation, and we're going to show you why. Creative resources, we have those for free, as well as product templates, patterns, and backgrounds. And we even have a list of fonts that you can use that you can find for free. So everything, when we say free, it's free, so that's awesome. And we're even going to show you how much you can sell these products for in the market. So if you're going to decorate them, how much can you expect to actually get them priced for? So, and then we're actually going to tell you how you can sell them, give you some tips. So it's one thing for us to sit here and tell you, hey, sell these things, but if we just give you a little bit of help there on how to sell them, it makes it a little bit easier.
So we'll get into it. So what are some fall sports? So right now, these are the top fall sports. There are more. So we have cross country, field hockey, golf, cheerleading, volleyball, soccer, and American football as well. And these are both, all of these are female and male sports.
A lot of different ones for the fall. So every fall, you actually have a new opportunity to support football teams, booster clubs, things like volleyball, and many teams have designated sports photographers who will come and take, both individual photos of the players, or they'll take, pictures of the team with the coach and everything. And then sometimes there are even special events, like, for example, senior players are often recognized. So my son's a senior this year in high school. He will be getting his football his pictures made, and then they actually put them on banners and things that they give out at the stadium. So that's kind of interesting for the seniors. And fans are also looking for spirit wear and team logo gear to kind of come to every game with and show support. So there are parents and athletes that are interested in purchasing these items. And, I always have, like when I go through the gate, there's a table there where you can buy things like keychains, you can buy blankets or shirts. And even things like bag tags, if you want to get a bag tag for your kid, that's another thing you can do, or get one for yourself. And these products can actually be used as fundraiser items as well, even for the school or the team. So for example, if you wanted to sell like a series of team branded license plates, or any kind of sponsorship signage for companies who want to support the teams, and those products can be sold where the proceeds from either all or part of the sale can go to support the team financially. So this is just another way. I mean, I know a lot of teams do things like car washes and things like that. That's great. But, this is just another opportunity where you can help them. And the vivid clarity and versatility of sublimation just makes sublimated products a really good gift option and personalized gift option for this market. And these items will actually last for seasons to come.
So I'm going to throw some stats at you, so bear with me, but this is, we're going to learn a little bit more about why this is a great market to cater to. So the U.S. youth sports economy, which includes everything from travel to private coaching, league organization, and live streaming games, This is a $15.3 billion industry, so it's huge money, and that's according to the Wintergreen Research, which is a private firm that tracks the industry.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So, and then high school sports specifically, the attendance exceeds 500 million people across all sports, with football getting the most attendance at 166 million fans, which is interesting considering that's mostly a boys' sport. And there were almost 8 million participants in high school sports in 2017 and 2018, which was an all-time high since it's been recorded, according to the U.S. National State High School Associations. So it's, a lot of participants in there, a lot of athletes. And then in the U.S., parents spend approximately $671 per child on sports-related items. So that's uniforms, coaching, traveling, registration. And this number is probably a little underinflated considering travel teams. This is more school-related sports versus a travel team. You spend a whole lot more.
Travel teams are insane. So you think about every single hotel they go to and gas money to get there. So I'm sure that is a little underinflated, but that's a lot of money still.
Yeah. So when we're thinking about this market, don't just picture selling to fans and parents, but also selling to the athletes as well.
Now, the best ways to reach this market, there's actually several different things we suggest. So one of the things you can do is, of course, contact the teams directly, but if they have like booster clubs or anything like that, that would be another way you could get in. If you're looking at like league sports, contact someone either on the league or the head of the league. That would be a good one. Team parents. I mean, parents, if you think about all these people that are attending or playing in high school that we just went over on the last slide, I mean, think about at least 2 parents for every, child that are attending these games or attending their events. So that would be another good way to reach the market. You've also got schools that are in need of people that are coming to help them. They may be getting their jerseys from one place and they're getting something from another place. So if you could at some point maybe make that easier for them and just let them know what you offer, that would be great. Also, fundraising events. So a lot of people don't think about this, but if you want to help them fundraise, this is something that you can do and let them know what you offer. And you can attend events they already have and let them know. So, for example, if you see that car wash, you can go by and say, hey, did you guys know that I do these keychains or something like that? So you can offer your services. And you also might want to consider ads placed in those game programs for the season. So, for example, my son is in lacrosse, so he plays a couple different sports. Obviously, he's very busy. And they don't, in Kentucky, they do not sanction that sport on a high school level. So everything that we do is a lot of fundraising in order for the kids to play. So when advertising goes in these programs, they really need people to pay for supporting them getting printed and getting gear for the team. So consider doing that, and you can actually let them know, hey, I can help you in other ways too, but then if you want to sell your products, you can add for that. Awards banquets will be good to attend. So if you're hitting somebody at a different, season, maybe not for fall, but if you have any awards banquets you've ever been to and you let people know this is what you do and give them samples of your work, that'd be another way to reach the market. Alumni associations are hot and heavy, especially on Facebook. A lot of times they will advertise like, hey, this night is alumni night at, Seymour High School, so everybody attend. So they'll let you know when they're going to be there, and that might be another way to get in. And, of course, word of mouth. If you're already in sublimation, definitely reach out to people that are looking to get into, to have more sports-oriented products.
So here's just some examples of some sublimation product options. So we have some apparel, some keychains, outdoor signage, indoor metal prints, lanyards, bag tags. So there's a bunch of different items that you can sublimate that is great for this market.
I see lanyards everywhere.
Yeah, lanyards are huge, and they're sublimatable, which is great. They're not in our product line, but something you can definitely.
And the apparel too.
Yeah, apparel as well.
And then don't forget about sweatshirts because when it gets cold,
fall sports is going to get a little chilly.
People will want them. So out of those products, we actually have 6 that we recommend that we carry. So, for example, you have an aluminum panel. It's a metal print, 8x10, and we actually put a varsity football schedule on it, which is pretty neat. You could actually put that in many different places. We do have yard signs. I see more and more of those for people who support teams. They put them in their yard. Aluminum keychains, that could actually go to athletes who drive, or you could send them to parents with the photo of the athlete on them. Aluminum bag tags, this would be good. So if you think about how many duffel bags of equipment are laying out on the field,
all black duffel bags.
You don't know which one your daughter's is, and I don't know whose that is. It's left on the field. So if you had something like this that you could actually mark and identify, that would be good. And we also have a license plate, and yes, I do realize that there are states that don't allow you to put license plates on the front of your car. We happen to live in one that does, but if you don't, you can also offer a license plate frame, so that could be a good substitute. And, of course, a keychain. So we have many, many different keychains, and we've got them round, square, we've got a lot of different types. So that would be something good and personalized as well.
So I'm going to rattle off some other recommended items for this market. So license plate frames, apparel, trailer hitch covers, clipboards, bezel jewelry, ID tags, drinkware is a really good one.
Popular.
Yep, super popular. Plaques and awards, so that's a great one for those banquets that we were talking about. Magnets, hardboard photo panels, clocks, ornaments, and outdoor signage as well, which we just discussed.
Even the blankets, I see people with like logo blankets.
Logo blankets, which is great for fall.
And I do like, a lot of times people have those socks that are then like sublimated and they wear them, and that's pretty cool too. So, all right, so we have a list of creative resources that we're going to go over, and this one is just basically showing you the templates. So we have free templates available at unisub.com, and we have them under the fall sports market on that site. But if you want a shortcut to always be able to get to our templates, that again are free, unisubgraphics.com is where you would actually go to get that. And if you look at the graphic shown here, you can see like where it shows you exactly where to put the image, and then maybe where your bleed should be on that, so you can have a little bit of overlap there when you sublimate.
And every product we have a template for on unisub.com.
The only ones we don't would be like a common 8x10 metal print. We just ask you to put a little bit of bleed around that because it's just a rectangle. Yeah. And most of the time it's pretty easy for people to do that. But on things like keychains where you might need a little bit more detail and it's smaller, we do offer templates for that. Mm-hmm. We also have another list that we provided for you because the sports market, you kind of want some big and bold, loud fonts that look kind of sporty. So what we did is we went through and we got some free fonts, meaning rights-free commercial, you don't have to have a commercial license for them. These are from sources such as Creative Market, The Font, Font Squirrel, fonts.com. There's Font Space. There's a ton of different font sites that you can go to. Just make sure what you're downloading you actually have the right to download and use on things that you sell.
I'm going to double check really quick that everybody's.
Yeah, let's check and make sure that everybody's still hanging with us here.
I don't have anything in the chat.
All right, so I guess we're pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
I want to double check. All right.
There we go.
So product shots, we also provide those. They're available, ready to go right into your website or a flyer. These are free for you guys to use. They're great to use while showing off products to schools, coaches, athletes, and parents, and they're available, again, at unisub.com/market/fall-sports. From unisub.com, it's pretty easy to find it, but these are layered files, and you can also, we have the decorated products, and we also have the blank product shots as well. So you can actually go easily into Photoshop and flip your own photo or art into it and be able to put it on a flyer very easily.
And that's a cool way to do like a mock-up for people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can show off what you can do.
All right, we also looked around and we looked at several different websites to see what people are selling these products for when they're decorated. So where it says retail or in consumer price on the right, it's basically what we found these products selling for. So we gave you a range. So all of the items that I mentioned before when we were going over the top 6, those retail prices are on the right side. So that kind of gives you an idea, okay, well, if I can sell this outdoor yard sign for $25, do I have money then to make profit from? Yes, you do. And then do I have some money to give away if I wanted to do a fundraiser? So if I wanted to set a certain percent of the proceeds that would go to the team, how much of that would go to the team? So this is just a helpful example for you. Obviously, you're going to need to know your own overhead costs. You're going to need to know the cost of your ink, your paper, and all your supplies. So, definitely keep that as something that you track. But this is just something we found online that we thought would help you when you're reselling your items.
So something we suggest is building a sample kit, and this is to either show, if you have a shop, in your shop, to put on social media or to take around to show potential clients. So this would be great also to take to a game or something like that. So creating prototypes, and on these prototypes using simple backgrounds, professional looking fonts like we just showed, using patterns and tones that complement the photo elements. For sports, this might be team colors. Mm-hmm. High resolution photography is super important, so making sure when it is sublimated it looks clear and crisp. So something that's 300 DPI would be great.
And not me sitting in the stands taking a picture from 500 feet away.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, with most sports teams, there is a professional photographer or a school, a student photographer that can take really nice pictures of the athletes. So hopefully, if you are getting photos, you're getting very high-resolution professional photos that you can slip into onto these products. And also, so showing if you are putting this package together, showing the same subject in a package with like items and coordinated graphics to make the package look cohesive. So having the same athlete on everything, the same team, just so the package looks like a cohesive kit. And then also including an order form that makes the process easy for the customer. And then lastly, always leave samples behind. So if you are going somewhere and showing off your products, you want to leave maybe the whole kit behind, and this will make a great display and let more people see your work than just who you're showing it to.
And kind of going along with that, you built a kit, you're actually getting samples in, so how can you help sell these items, people? So the first thing I mentioned at the beginning kind of was listen to the needs of the customer. So if someone's coming to you and saying, well, we got shirts last year, but we weren't really happy with them. Why weren't they happy with them? Is there anything that you can help resolve? Was the vendor not quick in getting anything back? Or was the logo done incorrectly? What was going on that maybe you can help resolve? You definitely want to have, like we mentioned before, samples so that you can show all the range of your capabilities and give people an idea of exactly what you can do. One thing I wanted to point out, if you're using a photograph of a child as a sample, you definitely want to have permission to use that photograph, or you can just go and use a rights-free stock photo, or take a picture of your own child or whatever if you would like to do that. But just be aware, if you're showing somebody what you've done before, that you do have permission to use that.
And same goes for logos too.
Yes, logos are a big one.
Make sure you have permission from the school to use that logo.
Yes, that would be great. And you also want to create, if you would like to, just something to leave behind, like a simple brochure showing photos of your work if you can't possibly display everything you do. And then just include information about what you can offer and, of course, your contact information. How can they get a hold of you? Discuss the uniqueness of sublimated products. So, for example, like, why should they do this? Well, first of all, it doesn't just scratch off. The image is vivid and clear. It is one of the best way to reproduce a photographic image onto something that they can keep with them for seasons to come. So, and then optional, but I think is super important, if you have one-sided products that you're pressing and there's a back to it or there's something to it where you can actually put your own label on it, put your name and contact information so people can get back in touch with you, because chances are somebody will see that and say, where did you get it? Well, look on the back, because that's who you can call and get your very own. So you'll get repeat business from that. And then last but not least on this is to follow up. Now, there are a lot of people that are going out there and letting people know they do things, but they don't come back out and follow up. Sometimes we get busy, right? Like no one has anything to do ever, right? That's a joke. So especially with coaches and kids, Kids have no attention span. They just don't. They have a lot going on. They don't remember things. So definitely follow up. And also the coaches, I mean, a lot of times they have full-time jobs in addition to coaching. They are basically running off the clock all the time, everywhere, going crazy. So make sure you follow up. And that's really important just in anything that you do, is make sure you come back and let people know exactly what you offer and how you can help them.
Showing off your products online is really helpful for attracting new and existing customers. So social media is a great tool to show off your products. So using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn to post product shots and then link them to your website or Etsy site. Keeping your website up to date is also super important. And if you don't have a website, it's really easy to build one now. It's either very inexpensive or free to have a website. Linking something back to a website is really important. Plus, people could place orders through a website, which would get you more business, which would be great.
Yeah, it'd be easier.
Much easier. And also helps legitimize your business and help facilitate more orders. And when you do make a sale, make sure to get email contacts, putting those into a database, and then being able to email them later and let them know what you're offering. So if you have anything new products, you can send out an email blast, which is great. And then lastly, asking for referrals and reviews from customers. So this could also be done through email, vocally, just asking for those reviews on your, either on Google or on your Facebook can really, really help your business out. And then word of mouth is the best form of advertising. So making sure, you know, if people like your products, they're going to be talking about them, which is great.
All right, so just to kind of recap, we'd like to thank you guys today for attending this webinar. Be sure and visit unisub.com under the Markets tab. That's where we're going to have everything, including later on today, the actual webinar that we're recording. So if you missed, you know anybody that missed it or you missed it, whatever, it's going to be on there. But any kind of questions or suggestions or comments that you have, please email us at info@unisub.com. It's a real live person. Her name is Sarah.
That's me. I can answer any of your questions at that info@unisub.com. Questions, comments, concerns, anything can go right through there, and I will answer promptly. And
we don't have the meaning of life. I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I can't answer that question, unfortunately. Not yet.
Right.
And then really quick, I wanted to plug some stuff. So we have new textured products that just came out. Great for the sports market. And so check.
It looks like it's been painted on there, like
it's just it has a little bit more tactileness to it. It's not as shiny. It's glare free, fingerprint free. So it's some pretty cool stuff. So you can order that from your distributor now. It should be available. And then also, if you're needing any sublimation help, we have a support portal called starttosublimate.com. Please visit that. It has tip sheets, videos, pretty much anything you need is on there, templates as well. So it's great.
And it's free to register.
Yeah, free to register. So now we are going to take some questions. We have our former sublimation specialist, but he still lives out a little bit, and he is going to help us answer some questions that you all have. So if you have any questions, yes, this will be available to view later. It will also be emailed out as well.
Yes, we'll do that. We know, not everybody can attend.
I didn't let Josh read that one out. So.
Everybody's busy. Sorry, Josh, we just did your job.
No worries.
Any other questions for us on the fall sports market or on Unisub as a whole or on Start to Sublimate? Please let us know and we'll answer those for you.
Yeah, we have your sub-expert in here.
Yeah, we have a sublimation expert. So.
And if you think of a question after this webinar, you can actually submit a technical inquiry on Start to Sublimate, and that would actually go to my inbox, so I can answer your questions that way as well.
Awesome.
We have the two people in the room that will contact you back.
We're real live people, y'all.
We are.
in Kentucky, and we're ready for football.
Okay.
Do we have different shapes?
Different, let's see.
We do.
Magnet shaped.
There we go.
We do. Actually, if you go on unisub.com, We have there's a section called products, and then it will say like magnets underneath the Unisub section, and it shows you all the different magnets and things we have. There are several different shapes that we offer. A lot of times, even just on like a rectangle, people just put whatever kind of graphic they want if they can't exactly get the shape they want. So, but we do carry some shapes, including like we have right now it's like a jersey-shaped magnet. Like it looks like a T-shirt.
Yeah, which is great for this market.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyone else? I think we've got it all, right? Okay. Well, I think that is a wrap. And again,
if you have think of anything else, have any other questions? Wait, hold on, we have one more.
We gotta roll that down so we can read it.
I know, I can't. We're in Evansville,
hey,
100 miles west of Louisville. Oh, sorry, I got excited. Sorry, Josh.
That's okay.
That's awesome. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. That is correct.
And you could look on the Where to Buy tab on Unisub if you're looking for like a distributor near you. But we also have, sometimes people do local pickups if they're close to Louisville. That is an option. You just have to kind of let your distributor know that's what you're interested in doing.
Absolutely. So any other questions, go to info@unisub.com or send to that. That would be great. And then also tons of stuff on unisub.com as well.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you so much for taking time out to enjoy this webinar. We'll see you soon.